My name is Joey Johnson. When I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with a hip disease in my right hip called leg Perthes. And from that moment on, I started kind of a career in wheelchair sports. I gravitated to wheelchair basketball, and for the last 18 years, I was playing with Team Canada. And for about the last 12 years, I was playing professionally all over the world. I traveled from the US to Australia and Europe playing professionally. When I was in Europe, I was sponsored by a company that made Handcycles, and part of their deal was to give me a wheelchair and a handcycle. And fortunately, Europe is great for having bike paths all across the continent. And based out of Germany, I was able to find a lot of good bike paths. And for me, I mean, basketball was obviously my biggest passion, but handcycling afforded me something different. You don't want to burn yourself out by doing the same exercise or same sport all the time. And during the summer months, it's always nice to get outside and train. For basketball, we're always training indoors in a gymnasium and stuff. So to get outside and to enjoy nature and yeah, just get outside and be with other people is something different. Some of the features that I love about the bike is the adjustability, being able to control the angle of the backrest and stuff. I was able to compete in the marathon, so for that you might want to change your angle and get into more of a racing position. Other times where you just want to go for a cruise with my family or whatever, I can sit a little more upright and be able to have a good conversation with my wife or my kids as we're biking. So the adjustability is great. The comfort, the seat, the cushions, everything is very comfortable. We've kind of gone for two different lines. The Patriot would be more for the people looking at maybe doing some long distance races, or getting into a 5K or a 10K or even a marathon. It does have the versatility that you can go for just a bike ride as well. But then our Grizzly line, which is more of a cruiser line, it's a little bit of a heavier bike, but it's kind of nice because we have the Metropolis 2-speed hub up top with the Nexus 8-speed hub on the front drive wheel there. So there's no derailing at all. So the chance of the chain coming off in the middle of your bike ride is minimal. And then we have the themed bikes in both lines, the Patriot and the Grizzly. We call them the lifestyle bikes, and they're just a lot of fun. Like the bike I'm sitting in right now is called the Rat Rod. And, you can get different shifters. You have beer tap shifters or skull shifters. And then for the Patriot series, we have some really cool looking bikes. The Stars and Stripes or the Totally Neon, where everyone will see you coming from miles away. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Our product is great for multi-user facilities, so people who are just getting introduced to hand cycling, who might not know what they want to start off. Because of the versatility and the adjustability of our bikes, we can suit a wide range of people. The population is very vast that we can support. But it's also for the people who just want to go for a bike ride, who want to go cruising with their family and stuff, and need something that's can afford some good gearing, so they can cruise up those hills or down hills and be able to keep up with their family and sit upright and, like I said, have that conversation with their wife or kids or their buddies who they're biking with. But they also may want to go in that 10K or hit that marathon once a year kind of thing, and they don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a high performance racing bike. Our bike kind of suits all those needs in one frame. It's kind of a strange situation that my sister was the executive director of Manitoba Wheelchair Sports at the time, and Ken Van Stralen was looking at launching his new handcycle product, STRAE Sport or STRAE Handcycles. And he was talking to my sister about some events that they were planning on doing in conjunction with each other. And my sister kind of mentioned me, and that I was a 5-time Paralympic athlete, and that I played wheelchair basketball, and that for some cross training I actually did some hand cycling. And Ken kind of jumped at that opportunity, and we started talking, and I became a member of STRAE Sport.